So people are asking me questions lately. What is quantum healing? What is QHHT? And what is the light language? I have been getting some questions through social media presence and emailing and through my website. And I wanted to take this moment to clarify what it is that I do, what my work is. And this is questions from multiple people, and this has been kind of building up in the last few months. I have a feeling that some of this has to do with some of the planetary alignments with the Lion's Gate, which has closed. It was on 8/8. So hopefully you had a very empowering and beautiful and loving Lion's Gate on 8/8, and that you are open to receive all of the abundance that you are and that's here for you. Because that's really what its purpose is to be open to receive abundance, to receive the highest path that the divine love, that universe, source has for you. So one of the things that somebody sent me a message said they were confused or they were unclear as to what the word quantum means in quantum healing. Quantum means everything. Quantum, all energy, all, everywhere, everything. And so we are working on, in quantum healing, we're focused on healing all of these fragmented perceptions in all time, space, realities, all dimensions, all lifetimes, any aspect of you. Yes, you have a lot of aspects of you in different realms, different dimensions, different spaces and times. And we're bringing that all back into the oneness that you are right here, right now, in your present moment. Because when you do that in this time, space, reality here, that's going to have a ripple effect, a mirror effect to all of those other dimensions and time, space, realities and pockets, because everything is one. And everything has a quantum entanglement. What is quantum entanglement? It is when there are cords, threads, attachments to all these other aspects of yourself, because everything is one. And so it is literally the process, quantum healing is literally the process, the practice of bringing in all of these outward projected perceptions of pain and attachment, and he did that to me and she did that to me, and now I don't feel good and I feel unworthy. I feel like I don't deserve, and so I'm not having a good life. All problems in the life come from I don't feel worthy, I don't feel like I deserve, I'm punishing myself, I'm judging myself. And we want to heal that so that you can come fully in your state of consciousness, in your body, right here, right now, and you are focused on your most loving life, and you're open to receive the highest, most loving path that universe, source, oneness, isness, prime creator, God has for you. And it does. So, quantum healing is healing all of those other aspects. Now, they're all attached to you. They're all connected to you, quantum entanglement. So since they're all connected to you, when we go under a very deep level of hypnosis, this isn't just the first level. This is not just the theta level, which is the meditative level. This is going deep into the delta states of hypnosis. And then eventually some people can go into some of the gamma states of hypnosis. I have experienced a little bit of that myself in my own sessions. And then we really connect to the higher self, which sometimes Dolores Cannon called it the subconscious self, the higher self. It's the most deepest, knowledgeable, wise part of you, your divine self, your pure self. It has all the answers. Your pure self knows all of the fractals. And we talk to that part of you under quantum hypnosis. And that part of you has the solution to helping you to heal. All the things that you can practice in this life, all the things that you can focus on in this life, all the things you need to let go of in this life that are keeping you from being in a conscious state of being and presence in your body. And when you are, your body just naturally heals itself anyway, but then you become very aware of your body healing itself, and you get your mind out of the way of your body healing itself. The mind is the problem. The mind interferes with the body healing itself. It slows down the process. The body's going to heal itself anyway. But it could be slower, it could be quicker. It just depends on what experience that you want to have. There is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. There just is. And we're here for experience. And so in QHHT sessions, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, which is past life regression, the Dolores Cannon method. And I'll put links in the description box to QHHT official site, so you can see what her life work is. She's no longer in the body, but she's very powerful out of the body. QHHT focuses just on lives, if we're thinking of past, present, future, just lives that have happened before this life, that are affecting your current life. In BQH, Beyond Quantum Healing, that goes into all lives, all realms, and that really follows the whole quantum healing focus that I just shared. So if you have any other questions about Beyond Quantum Healing, BQH, or Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, QHHT, message me through my website. I'd be so happy to set up a free 20-minute phone consult with you to answer your questions. You can also go to QHHT official. You can also go to quantumhealers.com and learn about it there as well. You can learn about BQH through there. You can go to my website, SoniaWilderWellness.com. I explain it on there as well. I'll leave multiple links and multiple sources. Now, another question that people have been asking me is, some people have actually said this, I'm uncomfortable with your videos, with your light language videos. I don't know what that is. So light language, otherwise known as the language of light, is just that. Higher frequency tones that come through audibly through anyone's voice. Everybody has light language. So here are languages that we know that are languages of light. The first one that always comes to me is Hebrew. Hebrew is a light language, or a language of light. Mandarin. It's very fluid. It's got a lot of high frequencies in it. It flows beautifully. It's got some interesting sounds that helps to awaken the DNA. Mandarin. So does Hebrew, which is why Hebrew is so sacred. And I know that we don't know the original Hebrew language, but Hebrew is a light language. Mandarin is a light language. Sanskrit, some people say Sanskrit or Sanskrit. Sanskrit, I learned it from somebody from India who actually speaks it, and years and years ago, so I learned, and he trained me to say Sanskrit, Sanskrit over and over again, so I have that in my mind to say it that way. Sanskrit is a language of light. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachit Ananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. And you usually tone it. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave. I'm not going to do the whole thing here, but that's what it is. And it brings about a lightness, a feeling of beauty in your body. The language of light awakens the cells in your body. It starts to raise the vibration. And we have dormant crystalline DNA. And it helps to awaken the dormant crystalline DNA. Crystalline DNA is a higher vibrational aspect of the DNA. And most of these bodies are focusing on a carbon-based DNA, which is degenerative. It degenerates. Crystalline DNA regenerates because it holds light. It holds fractals of light. The language of light also holds fractals of light. They're codes, light codes. And light codes help to awaken dormant DNA, because dormant DNA has codes in it that are not active. They're not activated. And language of light is an activator. So I hope that makes sense. My right ear suddenly just got a very high-pitched frequency in it. That cracks me up when that happens. If you have any questions about light language, message me through my website. I would love to talk with you about it. It's awesome. I channel light language. I am conscious of some things. Like I could literally say, there's a couple of what I think of as words, which I'm not sure they're actually words. It's just about the flow. There's the term shikara, which is clear, to clear a frequency, to clear a thought, like an eraser on a board, chalkboard, to erase the chalk off. Shikara is an eraser or a clearer. And onole, I've heard that enough coming out of like down. It comes down through the crown, out of the crown. That onole. And urude, I've heard those type of words coming in. And orole is about the heart expanding. So those are aspects of the language of light that will come in and just sit in my body and expand, and I become very conscious with them. The rest of the light language, I will channel in a meditative state. It's very easy for me to go into a meditative state because I meditate every day, multiple times a day, just sitting and breathing and listening. And that's when I sometimes will hear the light language coming in. I highly recommend that you meditate at least once a day. In the morning, what I always share with everyone is 5 minutes in bed before you get up early in the morning or whenever you're waking up. 5 minutes in the afternoon. Just take a break to sit, breathe, and listen with your eyes closed. It's helpful. And just as you're going to sleep, 5 minutes before you go to sleep. Just to clear everything. And then perhaps you'll start hearing your own tones, your own music, your own pops and clicks. There are pops and clicks that I channel. It's very different. I know it's very, very different. It feels good to me. It feels amazing. It helps me to be very centered. And it's something that I was channeling in my sleep from as early as I can remember, which is birth. When I was 3, my sister, who I shared a room with, said that I was talking in my sleep in a foreign language like a man, and she couldn't figure out how a man's voice was coming out of my little body. And I asked her what it was, and she said it sounded like Chinese gibberish, and she couldn't figure it out. So that's something that's been going on in my entire life, that I was channeling light language through my sleep. Sometimes I would wake myself up, freak out my family. It went on into the family that I created with my kids. And when I got my light language more activated in a BQH session that I had years ago now with the founder of Beyond Quantum Healing and quantumhealers.com, Candace Graw-Goldman, she helped me to activate my light language, and then I was able to share it with everybody else. So it's just another language, and if you don't understand it, that's okay. It's about feeling it. And there's a lot of people who speak and channel light language, a lot. It's becoming more prevalent on the planet. So I just wanted to do a video just explaining what this work is that I do. I also teach yoga, but I have a feeling that yoga is now so widespread that most people don't need yoga to be explained to them of what it is. Although just know it's not a workout. It's a state of being. So that's all that I'm going to share for today, and maybe I'll make another video explaining some of the other healing modalities that I do. But I wanted to put this on and get this out there, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in to this and for your support. I appreciate you so much, and I love you. I really do. When I say I love you, it is genuine. It comes from my heart. May you have a wonderful moment wherever you're at in the world.